So what are some of the basic traits of Romanticism in America? Well, we'll begin with the idea that there is an emphasis on extreme individualism and self-exploration. If the Enlightenment was a period of individualism, as in individual rights, the notion of progress, the notion of being able to educate oneself to transcend the class that one was born in, maybe say, for example, like Benjamin Franklin, a guy who was basically brought into the world as the youngest son of a candle maker, and then becomes a diplomat, a scientist, a politician, a philanthropist, and wealthy person. The emphasis on individualism becomes radicalized in the Romantic period. It's a period of deep self-exploration, not necessarily on the political level, although sometimes, because we'll see with Henry David Thoreau and his essay on resistance to civil government, how there are some political implications of this. But if you'll think in terms of Romanticism taking the individualism of the Enlightenment and taking it sort of up a notch, to a greater extreme. There's also a deep interest in humanity's relationship with nature, and the notion that an earlier spiritual relationship with nature must be restored. Now here it has an awful lot to do with British Romanticism, this notion that the cities and civilization have somehow severed that very important relationship between our individual selves, our spiritual selves, and nature, that the concrete jungle has gotten in our way. You'll see this through British Romantic writers all the time, that only in the countryside, only by reconnecting with nature will we be able to spiritually be whole. Now that's partly because the cities with the British Romantics represented this space that was identified with the Industrial Revolution and with things that are man-made as opposed to creation, nature, which is God-made, right? That takes on a different kind of hue in America because we didn't really have a lot of large cities. We had some burgeoning cities by the 1820s, but we didn't have what you would consider to be large metropolises. I mean, London had 1 million people in the 19th century. The United States' biggest city for a long time was Boston, and a couple 100,000 people, maybe. So you could hardly call it a thriving urban metropolis. So what is it that American writers are doing when they're saying we need to connect with nature? Well, it's not a rejection of the city so much as it is taking a look at this vast continent-wide landscape of what to them would be untouched natural surroundings and saying, we have a huge, vast, limitless opportunity here to reinvent the human experience, to reinvent our relationship with nature. We've been given an enormous canvas, an enormous opportunity here, and we don't want to blow it like Europe did. I mean, so for example, there's still that notion that nature is integral to our spiritual development and our spiritual growth, but it's going to take less of a sort of reactionary hue than it will be as an opportunity. They'll look at it as an opportunity that we don't want to overlook. There is also this very strong interest in spiritual regeneration as evinced through the use of nature and child themes. You're going to see this especially when we get to transcendentalism, this idea that humanity, Western humanity for the most part, humanity has fallen short. We've gone a particular direction in terms of our material progress, our scientific progress, but we've neglected our spiritual progress. We've neglected our moral and spiritual compass. We've been all about building greater things by hand and with our intellect, but not with our heart and not with our souls or spirits. And what we need to do is to do, basically Blake advocates this, that is to return to a more childlike relationship with the world, with nature, because it is through connecting to nature that we'll ultimately be able to connect with God. We'll ultimately be able to come to a greater understanding of who we are and why we're here. All these are very important basic traits. The next slide will talk about some others as well.